And we're ready to talk about some tech and gaming. Woo! Tech and gaming. Woo! Tech and gaming. Woo!
Hey, what's up, guys? Joker here, joined once again by Bryan, Tech Yes City. Yo, what's up, guys? Joker here for the 1-year anniversary of TGW. Tech Gaming Weekly, baby. What's good, Bryan?
Yeah, 1-year anniversary, brothers. What's up? We're back. And tech and gaming.
Dude, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if we'd ever get to the 1-year anniversary. Did you think we'd make it 1 year? Did from the beginning? Honestly, did you think we'd make it to 1 year?
I didn't think we would. No.
No. I wasn't sure, man, because I had like bounced around on trying a few different live show ideas. So this was like my fourth or fifth different like trial with a different co-host. So I was just like, oh, this is probably just gonna fall apart after a week or two. But no.
I thought to myself, well, if we don't destroy ourselves, then my ex will try and destroy it, or something will happen. So, but hey, here we are. Keep on going. So, keep on moving.
And the world keeps turning.
That's it, brothers. So
It's
we
the
have
old intro.
Yeah, so we've got a heap of topics. We also got the giveaway. I know a lot of people have been hounding us. Who's won the giveaway? We have 3 winners, and we're going to announce them now because I guess a lot of people just want to get into that. Like, who won the giveaway? Who won the giveaway?
So you guys just want to get straight into the giveaway winners right away?
I think so, because I've been getting a lot of comments on my giveaway video like, look, man, who won? Like, just like constantly spammed. So I think we just announce right now, and then we get on with the show. What do you think?
So all right, so far I've already been in touch and spoken with one of the winners. It was the first person that we drew, who was Bryan from Texas, and I gave him a choice of either a PC or the gift card, and he chose the gift card. So he got in touch with Timmy Tech TV. He's going to be getting the gift card from him pretty soon. So, and then our next winner, which was going to be the PC that I built, the AMD PC, that went to Michael from Virginia. And then I emailed him. I haven't heard back yet. And then our last winner, which is for your PC, is Dylan from New Zealand. And you have still yet to message him because Bryan just woke up and I told him who his winner is. So Bryan Bryan has to get. Yeah, so Bryan has to get in touch with Dylan from New Zealand. So those are our winners.
How long are we giving them if they don't reply? We give them 2 weeks?
I guess until like next TGW. If we don't have a reply back by next TGW, then we'll redraw.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Great idea. Okay. Well, Dylan, I'm going to send you an email, and you are going to get a beast computer. I'm actually you said New Zealand, yeah?
Yeah, New Zealand.
Okay, so that's awesome because I know New Zealand, they get rorted, like absolutely destroyed for pricing there. So I'm actually glad someone from a country where it's hard to get, PC parts at a reasonable price has got that bad boy over there.
Nice.
He's over the ditch, mate. Wait, I've got to do my Kiwi accent. Posh and chops. Yeah, he's over the ditch, mate.
I don't know. I don't know if do they have electricity in hobbit holes? That's my only knowledge of New Zealand is of.
So all right, so you're gonna roast Dylan for winning.
I'm just messing it up. Like, I don't know. Isn't like New Zealand and Australia have like a massive rivalry?
Nah, man. Nah, no way. It's actually, we're really like got the same train of thought in a lot of ways, so it's really good. Like, I get along with every Kiwi I've met. I get along with, so
I'm surprised there's not some
it's when it comes
heated
to
rivalry,
football,
like rugby.
Yeah, when it comes to football, like when it comes to union, it's competitive, eh?
Yeah.
But like everything other than that's fine,
Yep. I'm gonna update the chat at the beginning with the winners. You want to go into personal news though, because we got the.
All right, so I have been building that windy case. I've been modding it where I've now got. I don't know if you guys saw on Twitter, but I posted up the picture where I've got the power supply now mounted. I've also drilled holes in the bottom for airflow for the power supply. So that is going to be coming together. I've got to paint it with a special paint that it's going to be coming out in the video. So hopefully it turns out okay. I've put some mesh on the front. Like, I'm just modding this thing, and it's going to be. I'm going to be fitting an X99 board in there with 12 cores. So it's going to be like a little 12 core. It's going to be a unique system, which is really cool because I'm using that junk. As you know, I'm using that case from the junk. I'm just thinking of a name for the PC. Junk meets new. So,
What about the Oscar the Grouch build?
yeah, okay, something like
No.
that. I don't know, but yeah. So, really getting onto that. Just been getting organized, man. Been cleaning up this place, and I also ordered a new Xeon as well because I was actually gonna make a video where I was doing enthusiast tech deals for the month. I wanted to see if people liked it, and I've got some really cool deals in there, and I'm gonna show the Xeon in one of those deals. So I actually ordered a new Xeon, and I'm gonna probably save that for the video, make it interesting.
Yeah, that should be cool.
Yeah. So what about you? Personal pickups. What do you got?
I'm still waiting to do my build, man. I got everything like sitting here, and I'm waiting on the cables from Cable Mod because they're sending us out like some cables and lights. But now I found it because they do like everything to order, like everything is made, specifically for each person.
Yeah.
So it takes like about up to 2 weeks to get everything. So I'm probably going to end up just doing the build like this weekend and putting it together a video for that on the build, and then I'll just do an updated video when I get the cables and all that stuff, like upgrade and all that stuff.
Okay.
So I'll probably just get everything all together pretty soon because I got everything else here otherwise for the build, and I just want to get it done. I flashed the BIOS on the motherboard, so it's all ready for the new chipset.
Well, yeah, this Xeon that I'm talking about is kind of in a similar ballpark. You're gonna need a flashed BIOS.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So it's gonna be pretty. I already ordered mine. All I'm gonna say is I already ordered mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm taking a gamble. So it is a gamble, but I've already ordered it.
I'm gonna end up changing these headphones. I'll tell you that right now because it's been a while since I used these California headphones, and now I'm noticing that one of the cables is loose on it right here, so it keeps on wobbling and losing connection on the left ear cup. It's quite annoying.
Okay. So they're not Californian made then, are they?
Well, it's quite irritating because they stopped making these. These are no longer in production.
Well, you could hack it up, dude. You just hack it up, get the soldering iron out, and away you go. That's what I did with my Sennheisers upstairs. Even though they look hideous, they function really well.
Yeah.
Someone pointed out in that vlog that I did, they were like, "Oh, nice headphones, man. You taped them up in there."
And real quick, thank you to NoX. They dropped a donation in chat for €10. Thank you so much. Congrats for the year. Here is 5% of the new RX 480.
Ooh.
Is that 5%?
That's probably more. That's actually a little bit more. You could if it is retail at 200 USD.
Dude, the 480 is going to be beast, but so is the 1070 is coming out in a couple days, man. I was thinking about going up to Micro Center and like I could get 2 of them if I wanted to.
Yeah.
And then turn around and sell them.
Well, that's what I'm wondering though. Yeah, the Founders Edition stuff. I'm really just waiting for that to blow over, because there's no ETA on when the MSRP editions come out. Like, I don't like that. I wish they would have announced that, because we're just all up in the air on when these cards are actually coming out. Because I'm not buying a Founders card. I don't want a Founders card. Do you see a side panel on my case? No, don't give a shit. I don't want I don't want Founders card. I want a cheaper variant with a better cooler on it. So that's what I want.
So you're waiting for the better cooler. You don't really care about the power delivery.
Now I figured though. Well, now I'm figured about the power delivery is a thing of just like what I'm hearing is it doesn't even make a difference because they're voltage limited at 1.25
That's what I'm seeing.
volts.
I'm seeing is that as well. Like a lot of the cards, like the MSI cards, like the max overclocks they're getting on all the websites that are reviewing it, is that I'm matching their overclock.
Yeah,
like what they're getting, like the 2100 megahertz.
Yeah, that seems to be the consensus. Yeah, so use flux when soldering. Yeah, I read that in the comments. Yeah, I am going to be using flux from now on. I'm going to be doing a little. I'm going to watch some soldering 101 guides and getting on my soldering game. But I've been pretty good before that. See, before that, it was been pretty smooth with soldering. Like I've always had. Sorry, we're just changing topics here, but I've always been pretty smooth with my soldering, But I just this time around I had some problems. So anyway, but yeah. So what were we talking about before that? Damn,
pickups and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
I did.
The 1080, 1070. I'm going to be waiting until I get to the States, and then I'll be getting all that stuff because it'll be a lot cheaper than here anyway. Usually in Japan, this is the thing with the pricing here. Usually it comes out, and literally for like 6 months, that stuff will all be overpriced. Then after 6 months, it'll go down.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, yeah.
I'm waiting to see the 1080 Founders Edition like level off in price so that I can at least find that at just its regular price again. so that I can
Yeah.
grab a second one, because I do want to get a second one still for 4K. Because
Yeah.
there are some games where it struggles at a 4K, and I'd like to be able to just like, all right, I want to just be good, like
Yeah.
good to go, because 4K is lovely.
4K. Yeah. Well, speaking of 4K, the Minus Caster, I finished the review, man, and that mouse performed really weird at 4K.
Really,
And I got to say, yeah, I just
dude, I have lost like a lot of love for the 3310 sensor, man. I'm like I was like up on the 3988, but now I switched over. I just picked up the Logitech G303. That was my other tech pickup for the week. It's right here. This thing is like amazing. It's a really small mouse with like an interesting shape. It's like the dream grip for claw or fingertip grip. If you like want to do claw grip, this mouse is like just perfect. It's like a perch,
dude,
and because it's really low as well, it's like real. It's just perfect for FPS.
you
This
see
is the
that, bro?
perfect FPS mouse. So
You see that?
I
Yeah,
see
it's
that. I see that. But that is not a good
Taipan,
FPS
bro.
mouse in my
Taipan.
opinion.
Not a good
Yeah.
FPS mouse, and you're saying that you can't
No,
jump on
this is
CS:GO because you suck.
no. I for an FPS mouse, I want a smaller shape and a low short small form factor.
I
And
don't know, man.
this mouse, like I'm telling you, it's got the 3366 sensor, which is like the most accurate one you can get. And I've just been destroying noobs on Overwatch with this thing.
Yeah, but it's not all about the sensor. I know some pros that use old school mice, man, and they just dominate, right? They're the actual pros, dude. They just wreck people. So it's not always about having the best sensor. It's about having the ergonomics. That's why that'll come first. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I'm telling you, I was using
yeah,
I've been using that EVGA mouse, but I'm telling you, that's been replaced now by this. I went and picked this up at Best Buy, and at first I had some issues with it because of the software, and I was using it on USB 3.
yeah,
But as soon as I switched it over to USB 2 and uninstalled the software after I got all my settings written to the memory in the mouse, then
yeah.
I was just like, man, it was just ultra responsive and everything as soon as I got rid of the software.
Well, I had the G302. I liked it, but the that little bump on the left hand side is it
That's what they
kind of
fixed. That's like what they fixed.
with the G303, really.
Well, yeah, so the things they changed from the G302 to this, what
Yeah.
they changed is that like that mouse had that wobble you were talking about there,
Yeah.
and it was because of the balance on the mouse. So they fixed that, and then they also took the rubber cable and added braiding to the cable. I would have liked to have kept the rubber cable, but it is what it is. The braiding on this is actually pretty nice. So, but yeah, they fixed that issue and added braiding to the cable. Other than that, it's pretty much the same mouse.
Oh, okay, well, I was talking about the shape. There's that bump on the, that comes out on the edge. Like, I don't know.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, no. Oh, no. It still
That's still
points.
there?
It still
Okay.
points out on the side, but on the bottom, it had a wobble because of the
Okay.
odd shapes. But they fixed that because a lot of people were complaining about that issue.
Okay. Well, I'm a fingertip gripper and I absolutely love this Razor Type N. So, but yeah, do you want to get on to the first topic?
Well, before
Yeah.
like before going into the first topic, we got
Yeah.
some E3 predictions here. Just talking about like what we're going to be seeing here at E3. It's in just a couple of days.
Yeah.
I was actually initially I had been talking about going. I'm not going to be going though this year. But we are probably going to be going to PAX. It looks like, and you're going to be going to PAX, so that could be even better than E3 possibly.
Yeah, I hope it will be.
Yeah, things just didn't line up with E3 this year, but it looks like we're going to be seeing a lot of big announcements. Personally, really, what I'm looking forward to EA. I think most like they're talking about Mass Effect on here. I definitely want to see Mass Effect and also maybe a new Star Wars game. They were like maybe the one that was like the spiritual predecessor to Star Wars 1313, whatever became of that. I'm hoping we get to see something with that game there, and maybe get to see that. So, what about you? What are you hoping to see out of E3 the most?
Wolfenstein. I heard there's a rumor of a Wolfenstein announcement, and I'm getting excited. It's funny because on Twitter, like Keith said, "Oh, I just started playing Wolfenstein." I'm like, "Yeah, you got to play this game. It's so good." And it is so good. Like the story's just out there, man. It's really good what they did with that game.
Yeah,
So I'm really looking forward to the next Wolfenstein announcement. Hopefully they, change a few things around. Don't put an FPS cap in there and whatnot, and get it right this time. But yeah, like I was really loving what they did with the new order. So
yeah,
looking
and
forward to it.
also sticking with id, there was rumors of a new Quake game as well, possibly. I would love to see what id can do with the Quake game when they're actually at the helm for the multiplayer. Because with Doom, it was a certain affinity, which is like a secondary studio that came in to do the multiplayer. So I feel like we didn't get its best effort there on multiplayer. So if they actually are the ones doing the multiplayer, I can't wait to see what they could do as well as they've knocked single player out of the park, at least, on Doom and Wolfenstein games.
Okay, so this is ID software. Yeah?
Id Software, yeah.
You're saying id. I've just always called it ID.
Yeah, I call it
Id. Okay.
Yeah, the last one I'm excited to see is Ghost Recon Wildlands. I got it right here. I remember last year they showed off like a trailer, kind of teasing at what gameplay could possibly be like in this game, and it looked really promising.
Yeah.
So I want to see more of that. I hope they do show more of that this year. That'll be good to see. But that's it for E3 for me this year.
So yeah, well that's E3, man. Wolfenstein. Give it to me.
Yeah.
Everything else is just wash. I'm just
Yeah,
joking.
Mass Effect Andromeda though. I want to see more of that shit. Well, I hope that game comes out this year.
Okay.
So
Hey, do you classify? This is the thing. I've been told that shit's a curse word. I've never considered it a curse word. It's kind of like that. It's just below the limit.
I mean, it kind of is, but I just don't give a shit.
Well, that's the one curse word that I kind of put below. Yeah, because it was in the 1986 Transformers movie, right? They said it in a PG rated film. So I was like, okay, that's fine. You're allowed to say that because Transformers the movie it was allowed in that movie.
Was it?
And that was safe for kids, yeah. So yeah, that's just my logic.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right. So next up, we're going to be talking a little bit about Microsoft and Windows 10 kind of turning the PC into the Xbox. We already got room. I already did like a news topic about this a few weeks ago about all the games coming to the PC. Well, now it looks like Halo 5 and Sunset Overdrive, which are older, but previous titles on the Xbox One exclusives, are going to be coming to the PC as well. Should be getting announcements at E3. That's rumored right now, but the source for this, Enter the Dragon Punch from NeoGAF, is known to be a reliable source, although his name doesn't really sound very trustworthy. I don't know if I would instantly believe a guy known as Enter the Dragon Punch, but DSOG says he's reliable, so I'm going to stick with them on this because I trust them.
So I don't know. Well, what's the gist of this stuff? Like Microsoft are porting the all their games over to Windows 10, and then
it looks like
you can pretty much just play them with a controller, so you don't even need an Xbox. I'm trying to figure out. What's going on.
They had initially started introducing it over as being like a way that you could kind of play your Xbox games on the PC, but I was like, when that first happened, I was like, it looks like the way that this is going is eventually they're just going to make it so all the exclusives are available on PC. And now it seems they are going that direction, and it's going to open up, I think, a lot of options for them if they can do it right, and actually give PC gamers what they want, which up till now they haven't really proven they've been able to do. Based on their past track record with Games for Windows Live and now the UWP on Windows 10 for this, they're just proving time and time again they had no idea how to give PC gamers what we want, and if they want to be successful, they're going to have to learn how to do that. At least I think.
Well, I got to say, I like that screenshot. Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie. But yeah, more options is always a better thing. I think if Microsoft realizes that from the get-go, giving more options to both PC gamers and Xbox users is never a bad thing. So it's interesting to see where they'll take this, but hey, always giving more options is never a bad thing. Yep. That's all I'm going to say. So I guess they're opening up the way.
And also, bringing like Xbox One exclusives to the PC, gives them that whole market here of PC gamers, and Sony doesn't really have that option, unless Sony were to launch their own dedicated platform on PC, like Sony Games for PC or something. Which who knows? Maybe it'll get to that point where the PC will become like the kind of like the swing vote in the battlegrounds between the two platforms. And Microsoft kind of has an edge there right now, being that they're already set up here on PC with basically owning the platform.
Well, see, then it would be smart because then you kind of would be putting Xbox in a more of a safety zone when you're comparing consoles to PCs, kind of thing. You see? I don't know. I could just see this little war developing on the internet. Sony versus the world. So I don't know, but this good news here is that Halo 5 is reported to be coming to PC. I would really be getting on that, because I've loved one of the franchises I have loved from Microsoft is the Halo series.
Well,
So
after these games like this, come to the PC. If you're an Xbox owner with a PC as well, at what point do you say, okay, why do I even own an Xbox One anymore? If I could play all these games on PC and get, even if you're, even if you're restricted to not being able to uncap the FPS and get, SLI support and all that stuff, admittedly, the PC experience at it's like 1080 60 FPS or whatever locked would probably still be better than a console experience.
oh well, you just couldn't be bothered with the PC. I just know some people that just don't want to be bothered with the PC. They don't want to boot it up. They don't want to go through software. It's just like put your game in, boot up your game. Okay, I know what to do. End of story. I mean, there's some people, right? We're not all, PC buffs. So, in their defense, some people like console gamers will just like the simplicity of a console.
True, and they are talking about bringing out an updated version of the Xbox as well. So that could, if they're talking about bringing out multiple versions too, they did talk about that possibly having like a updated slim version and an updated version with better graphics processing so they can handle things like 4K. So if they're talking about giving people multiple options but within the same Xbox ecosystem, it's almost making it sound like a tiered PC platform anyway.
Yeah.
So it would basically just, it's like, okay, you can basically go out and just buy one of our Xboxes, with basically a PC ready to go, or you can build your own PC and have access to your whole library there, which I would advise most people to do that instead.
And then you've got the other market. Then you've got the Microsoft acolytes. These guys they'll have everything Microsoft. They even have their Xbox T-shirt, their two Xbox controllers, probably 3 or 4, right? One for their PC, one dedicated for their console. These guys are just loving it. So you're always going to have those people as well.
This is how Bryan does his "I like cheese" moment of the conversation this is like Bryan's conversational moment, like it's comparative to like a shit post on a forum. It's like Bryan just comes in, he's like, yeah, he's like, oh, are you having a discussion here? I like cheese. That's
it, right? Who doesn't like cheese though?
I think Bryan likes cheese because he wants to talk about Xeons and the new
You want me to get you some cheese out of the fridge, mate? I'll get you some cheese out of the fridge. Eat it right on stream.
Do you want to get some Xeon branded cheese?
Yeah, but I don't want to pay $7,000 for it.
Oh, is it going to be $7,000?
Okay, so do you want to launch? Do we want to talk about the i7 8800?
Let's get fired into this Xeon processor talk. I know you like your Xeons.
Okay,
this is a lot of cores, lots of cache.
I like the cores. I mean, I like all this, right? We've got, I think, 24 cores. With their Broadwell E lineup, they're going with the hierarchy here. Like they're going with the best of the best here. So we've got 24 core count here. They're bringing out a Xeon, the 8890 V4. Now, this thing is going to support, apparently I think it's up to 32 PCIe lanes, but the thing about this one is it can be rigged up in 8 sockets connected natively. So, I mean, how many cores is that? Wow, it's like close to what? 96, 190, whatever, 196 cores. That's insane out of one system. And then you can further connect that and have 4 PCs that are interconnected like that. So you can have 800 cores.
Are you telling me that all of the words on this page says that?
Yes.
Nice. Thank you for clarifying.
Okay, so yeah, I basically read the article and that's the gist of it. But you're going to be recommended customer price $7,174 for one of these Xeons, the i7 8890 V4.
Ouch.
So you're going to have to pay some big dollars for this bad boy. But yeah, I mean, hey, that's just news for the what ifs. I don't think there's not much more
I think
to it than that.
I think we need to see like 4 of these things get strapped together and like get them sent over to Linus for like a new build where he does like
8 of them, yeah.
He needs to get 8 of them and do like 67 gamers on one PC or whatever it is.
$56,000 like PC. That's before you add in the 10 Titan X's.
Yeah, or no, 8 GTX 1080s.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
we gotta get Linus on it.
Yeah. So I mean, 200 cores, right? You could have one PC, one country.
Yep.
One PC, one nation. That should be it.
2 PCs, 1 cup.
Yeah. Anyway.
Kaby Lake.
Kaby Lake. Okay, so what's the news on Kaby Lake? We got Kaby Lake S has 15% more input-output lanes. Okay, big news there.
Not really big news, is it?
No, I
Not
mean,
really.
it's not big
Four,
news,
four,
right? 'Cause-
four additional PCIe lanes, and this is also being rumored to be coming at later this year. This is the talk cycle where they're going the tick talk this time around, right?
Well, what concerns me is Kaby Lake Core i7 7X00K series will be slightly faster. Did you read that too? Slightly faster.
Slightly faster. Ooh.
That's like
That's the part that makes me jump out of my seat.
we don't need slightly faster anymore. We
Like
need
hang on, let me do that real
significantly.
quick. Oh, there we go. Oh, that was the excitement of Intel getting in my pants.
Slightly faster. Can we have significantly? That's the word I want to be reading. Significantly faster.
Yeah, how about 15% IPC gain? How about that?
Yeah, not
That'd be nice.
15% more PCIe lanes. I don't know. Anyway, I think we just move
Yeah,
on
but
to
this
the
will
next
allow
episode.
everyone to throw on an M.2 drive now, don't you know?
Oh
That's
wow,
basically
yeah. I
what they're
mean,
saying
just
here.
on top of your
That's basically what they're
So-
telling us here.
yeah, you throw on an extra M.2 drive on top of your SLI configuration.
Yep.
So.
Up next, we have AMD Zen, which we got a better look at the backside of the CPU here. We can see using the PGA mounting system, so they're still going to be
Yeah,
using
last
the
week I thought it was
pins.
LG.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't see enough slides. I just thought by the way she was holding it, it was LGA. It's a disappointment. I wanted to see them go with LGA.
This limits them, right? Not having the pins, it limits
Well,
them.
it's a little thing. I mean, I don't know exactly how much of a difference it makes, but from people in the industry, LGA is better because it's more efficient. You can pack.
That's my understanding is that using the pins like that, they give themselves almost like a physical limitation. I think, right?
Yeah, well, it's just
my
better to go with
understanding.
LGA. That's from what I hear from
I
people.
don't know.
Who
I could.
know,
I don't know.
I don't
I
know
could be
much
wrong.
about physics and stuff like that. When you get into the core of these things, I don't know much about it, but hearing the guys do the math, when they're doing their formulas and calculating everything,
Yeah.
that guy knows his shit. That's what you just say. Listen to him.
All I know is that Lisa Sue looks really, really happy in that picture. So I'm pretty sure it's a good thing, whatever it is.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing what Sam brings to the table, regardless, and a lot of people are. So it's just one of those nitpick things, if anything.
Yeah.
It's like you got. Yeah.
It's just like the tech digging into the layers here. Just what we'd like to do. Just like, oh, look at that. There's more info about this tech that we don't have yet. So
Yeah, right.
let's
Instead of your
let's
cheese
pick it
being
apart.
100, yeah, your cheese is 99% all natural instead of 100%, right? It's just you're just a little bit peeved,
Just a little, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Listen now. We also
What
saw
else?
the we also saw the motherboard too, right? The Bristol Ridge motherboard here, the AM4. So this would be what we'd be seeing for the APUs here coming up pretty soon here from AMD. Cool stuff.
The A12 9800 APU. I do want to see the FX successor. That's what I'm really keen to see. So
That motherboard is not attractive.
that motherboard. What's with the SATA? Have you seen the SATA connectors on that thing? It's like they're having a disco. Whoever designed the board's just like, yeah, we'll put a SATA connector here.
I hate that on the AMD motherboards. They always seem to have really weird SATA placement.
Well, look at that one. It's like it's got two on the sides there, and it's got is that two in the middle? I can't really see. The image is blurry.
There's two in the middle above the first PCI slot.
Yeah, but they're I don't know. They're mounted I don't know.
It's like,
So
yeah, you
odd.
just want to, you just put those right there, because that's where those go.
I don't know. Yeah, I got to critique. Yeah, you're right. You got to critique the looks of that motherboard. Have to
Right
straight
there.
up.
There's the SATA connector.
Yeah, someone was just having fun playing Twister. when they
GG
were designing
boys.
this motherboard. GG, good game. No, is you got to do GG no re. So it's always no re when you're saying it like that. You can be GG no re.
All right.
That's-
So next up, Nvidia drivers. I did a video about the Crimson drivers coming out, and then as I was waiting to publish it, I saw the Nvidia drivers went up. I was like, God damn it. So Nvidia put up their driver as well. This is the second driver now for the GTX 1080. So I did update my driver. Wanted to test it over there on Mirror's Edge and stuff. That's what it's optimized for, is Mirror's Edge.
Okay.
They updated the Mirror's Edge SLI profiles as well in this, and they also added SLI for Homefront Revolution, and then updated Witcher 3, Total War Warhammer added SLI profile. So quite a few big updates here in this particular driver, so definitely grab that. And they added in some specific features for OpenGL on the 1070 and 1080 that people were, I guess they were adding in. So
Wait up,
that's
with shadow play, I've been having a problem lately where I can't capture YouTube videos full screen. Say if I want to just quickly rip a slide from your video, rip a slide from my video, just rip something, I can't copy with shadow play now in full screen YouTube videos. Do you have that problem?
I've never done that, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm just having that problem now. It's like, it's like they think that, like, I'm not copying movies or anything like that, or even who cares? I thought YouTube was free content anyway. But like, when I'm just trying to get a real quick segment, I'll just say like, bang, okay, and then I can whack that in my video just for convenience. But now I can't do that, and I haven't been able to do that for the last few weeks, and it's just been like, it's been ticking me off because I've had to get it smaller, and then just enlarge it a bit. So for some of my captures.
I have not. I have not. I do not do that, so I do not know.
Okay. Okay.
But on a side note, remind me to open up a copyright claim against you for stealing my videos.
Yeah, okay, if you can. Fair use, bro. Fair use. Get over it.
Oh man, that Nvidia driver as well. This kind of goes hand in hand with that with Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I noticed this when I was benchmarking earlier today. Is that they added in some new graphics options. I thought it looked a little bit different, and this confirmed it here. Our buddy Keith over at WCCF posted up this article saying that DICE added in a hyper settings option specifically to take advantage of the GTX 1080 with its 8 GB frame buffer. And I could tell you that it was doing that. When I put the hyper options on, I was using up over 7 GB of video memory in this game. So it was definitely doing that.
Well, there you go.
But it ran reasonably well. I mean, 1440p, it ran it very well. 4K, it was a struggle, but it was still okay enough. It was playable. On a G-Sync monitor, it was playable. Yep.
So Mirror's Edge, is that the parkour game where you just like running up walls and stuff?
Yeah, it's basically a parkour version of Portal. Like, you're basically the girl Chell from Portal. That's what she looks like anyway to me. I've always just thought of her as like the same exact character. even though it's not. It feels like it is.
Sweet, there you go.
Yep, hyper options there on Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Get in there. So we also got a story here from video cards. The GP102-400 was spotted. This would be like the full size, like 1080 Ti and Titan variants, right, for Pascal?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are excited for this one. People are like, I know a lot of people, especially a lot of my viewers, are just like, look, man, I'm skipping the 1080, skipping the 1070 altogether and just waiting for this card. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, personally, I think, even though Nvidia's made some big gains, I don't know what they're doing with this Founders Edition thing, man. Like, it's pissing off a lot of people, myself included, because a lot of people like those aftermarket cards and they want them to hit the streets as soon as possible. Me being one of those people as well. So it's kind of like, are they going to do the Founders Edition with this GPU 102 as well? That's something I hope they do.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. It seemed to work out pretty well for them this time financially. They sold out, their cards. So
yeah, but they may have had a limited quantity. Sorry. So
yeah, it could have.
Yeah.
And we're still waiting to see the board partner cards really come out for release.
Yeah, but I think once the board partner cards hit the streets, I think the sales will be up a lot more. So
yeah, well, I mean, this is basically what they're showing is that these new GPUs are already in for evaluation, and we had already seen some rumors that maybe we could see them by the end of this year. I don't know if we'll see them. I don't know if we'll see them that soon. That seems a little bit too soon, but
I think we could, like right before Christmas. That would be interesting.
You think so?
Yeah, because they'd want to capitalize on that sales period. It's huge.
It would be. It would be really
sales
huge.
Period.
Especially if Vega's coming out, and that's going to shake up things with their top end with like the 1080 and 1070, and they want to come right back at AMD really quick.
I think that's a rumor that's probably got a bit of weight to it. I definitely wouldn't say that that's not a solid rumor, but that seems to me that would make sense that it would be coming out before the end of the year.
Yeah,
GP102.
We'll have to see. I probably will definitely sell my 1080s and pick those up when they come out right away.
Yeah, well, who knows? We'll get closer to the dates, we'll find out. Or it could come out, of course, in March next year. You never know. So.
Well, if they come out by the end of the year, you could use them to play Battlefield 1, right?
Yeah, well, that's it. You could use them to play Battlefield 1 and then also tease it to your friends.
Tease it to your friends, yes. So Battlefield 1, DICE has gone ahead and put out a teaser trailer for that. because they're going to be showing off more gameplay. Well, this Sunday at E3, they're in their big press conference, and they just showed off a really short, like 15-second teaser. It just shows a soldier running with like a melee weapon at another soldier with a machine gun, and that's basically the end of it. So you really don't get to find out too much there, apart from
You do kind of get a slide
melee.
there. You do, like, at 6 seconds, you kind of get a look at what it's all about quickly. It does look really good on the field there. Hey, that does look gorgeous.
Yeah. It looks really good. And it seems there's going to be a focus on some melee combat, which sounds interesting for the trench warfare. I'll be curious to see if maybe they do like a dedicated mode for melee combat. I would definitely like to play that if they did it right, like kind of like Chivalry Medieval Warfare, like World War One edition. Yeah.
Well, I think everyone wants to see what this game's going to bring to the table. They've definitely. I love the fact that they've gone back with the World War kind of events, and I just love that period that you got such cool guns and such Hope they have a Tommy gun if they can put that in there.
Tommy gun. Don't think they had those in World War One.
I don't know, but like it'd just be cool to have one anyway.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We have to Google that.
Sure. Yeah. The origins. When was the Tommy gun made?
Fact check it. We need a fact check from the chat before we move on from the next topic.
Well, that is
All right,
gangster.
That's the chat's mission. If you dare to accept it. When did the Thompson first come out, and when did it go into acceptance in the military? Next topic, Deus Ex: Mankind Divided. We got some gameplay. They showed off of the new Deus Ex here. I'm not really sure what I think about it so far. I mean, it looks kind of cartoony, almost compared to like previous ones. I'm not too happy with and then some like the being
it
able to
does.
see
You're
the
right.
walls
It does
and
look
stuff.
a little bit like smoothed out. Yeah.
And also just the stuff like being able to see like all the enemies through the walls and stuff. Like the way that it's implemented kind of reminds me of like Hitman Absolution or like the new Tomb Raider games, where it's kind of like you press one button and like everything is just revealed to you. All the secrets are there, and you don't have to figure
a
any
little
out for
bit
yourself.
of Metal Gear Solid for some reason too. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, there's some of that there as well. I could see that.
Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, it looks interesting to what they're going with. But I mean, ultimately, right, the gameplay. If you get into the game and it's fun, that's what's going to be the deciding factor of whether the game's good or not. So.
Yeah, I liked Human Revolution quite a bit. I thought it was a good direction for the series. I just got to see how much the open world aspect is involved in this here. Because from what I saw in this, it was a very small segment of gameplay. It looked like to be a very small closed off area, but that was just that one area, just that. So I got to see how big the world is and all that stuff.
Yeah. So we got from the comments 1919 for that Tommy gun.
1919 for the Tommy gun. So that would have been right at the tail end of World War One.
Okay, hopefully they can bring it in just for for kicks.
Yeah. World War One, I believe, was 1914 to 1918, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe something like that.
Okay. Well, it was in service in 1938.
Yeah, there you go.
But we could still just slip it in black market. You know what I mean?
Nah.
So,
I want to keep. I'm really hoping they keep the weapons in that game pretty authentic.
yeah.
The next thing up is World of Warcraft is getting an update there for the draw distance and the graphics.
Yeah, that'll be
you're an old
good.
school
That'll
fan,
be
right?
really good. I'm looking forward to, because I'm going to be playing WoW. I'm going to be getting back into it with this expansion. Because I just want to get back into it.
I was curious about WoW. I just watched a documentary on Netflix about World of Warcraft, and I have a lot of appreciation for what Blizzard can do, because they make games that are so good. Like I've been playing tons of Overwatch. Overwatch is just such a polished game, and like every time I watch like a video on YouTube and I'm watching other people play it, I'm just like, man, just look how smooth and the animations and everything are, and it's just like it's just completely on another level compared to like other shooters of its kind.
Well, it's the funny thing we talked about. People go back in history and they're like, oh, AMD and ATI had the better card than Nvidia, but Nvidia still sold more graphics cards. The big reason for that, a huge reason for that?
Wait, what?
World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft.
I'm sorry. I looked at the chat. I didn't realize you asked me a question. I apologize.
Okay, well, World of Warcraft would have sold Nvidia a lot of damn graphics cards because, A, the game played better on an Nvidia graphics card. B, you also got more FPS out of it and whatnot. It was optimized for Nvidia graphics cards. And that had a huge following, man. Like, World of Warcraft was just massive. years ago. So, you know, like back in those prime days of World of Warcraft, it was like you had an Nvidia graphics card. And so that game single-handedly would have, you know, had a huge chunk,
Yeah.
had a huge contribution to making Nvidia, you know, better than like beating AMD in sales at the time and ATI. So that's
To
just my
answer
opinion on that.
to answer someone's question in chat, no, there are no hats in Overwatch, but there are skins and sprays and stuff like that. And there's no like marketplace. I really hope that they. There's been a lot of controversy also about Overwatch with the loot box system, and I'm not really happy with the current loot box system as it is because I feel like you don't get enough of them. Like you only get one every level, and the amount of times that you actually get a skin that you would want is so far spread out, and it's just a massive grind fest. I think if they could add in a little bit more frequency and other ways to unlock the loot boxes, I could, you know, it would make it a lot more rewarding. I've spent like $20 buying loot boxes, and I got like nothing out of that. Like literally like one. I got like one skin for Mercy that I liked, and a bunch of currencies. But the only other thing that actually is of value to me, the rest of it was all just sprays and stuff.
Yeah. Well, so what they're saying, so you want to move
Like
on
out of $20, I got 2 legendaries. It's pretty BS. See,
Okay,
well,
so-
this is going into Overwatch, so
Yeah. So I mean, we got here. Overwatch might be getting cross platform play in the future. So on Twitter, they revealed that you know they would keep an eye on platform possibilities, like merging the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. They're talking about allowing those to play cross-platform, and that's pretty good for that. And then they go on to say like it's not pretty much not common because of the PC, because of mouse and keyboard, and you know there'll be balance and competitive issues there. And that's fair enough. At least they're being honest about that straight up. So I like that they're just being straight up honest. They're like, no, we don't want to mix mouse and keyboard because
well, yeah,
they're just. I guess they're admitting that you know mouse and keyboard will stomp consoles. So I don't know.
well,
There
yeah,
you
well,
go.
even the rumors about mixing PS4 and Xbox One are just that. It was basically they asked the guy like on Twitter, and he just like, yeah, well, it's something we'll look into. Like that's like all it was. It was a very brief thing, so this is in no way like a confirmation that this is definitely coming
Yeah.
or anything. And I'm not surprised that they wouldn't even entertain the thought of bringing it to PC and console cross-platform. They've been pretty strict from the beginning about restrictions they wanted to have in the game for Overwatch to make sure that it can stay as competitive as possible for the esports scene, I think. And I can't wait until we see esports really start picking up and taking off with Overwatch. I think that's going to be really fun to watch. Some of the good
Be
teams out
interesting,
there.
yeah. It'd be really interesting to see what they do with that game. Yeah,
Yep.
I agree.
Esports scene, that is going to be awesome. So we got to look here at the new H440 from NZXT, which was a very popular case, even though it was an absolute oven and not very enjoyable experience to build in whatsoever. But it was a sexy looking case. I didn't like working in this thing, and it also ran really hot, especially with SLI. But
I never tried
it.
it.
Looks nice.
I never tried it, but I will say I'm not a big fan of this. Blocking off the front there with I mean, I like meshed front to allow airflow to go like you know.
I mean, the closed off front works well on the Define R5. It just didn't work well on this H440 for me.
Yeah.
It was just like, and then also the way that the doors went on and slid on with these like hooks was really bad, especially on the black cases, like this one right here that has the matte black finish, because you would have to basically get the latches to go in, and because everything was painted, all of the metal work that you were trying to fit together had like painted like like fittings and all that. So it was just a pain in the ass trying to get everything to go back together when you were working with it.
But it is one sexy case.
They are, yeah. That's the thing is when they are completed and when you're finished building it, like the builds, like no doubt, look absolutely gorgeous in these cases. It's just, and that's what they have going for them. Really, they're not very efficient, like cooling wise. They're not incredibly quiet, even though they have like sound dampening material. They're not quiet at all, but they just look sexy.
Yeah, well, having that solid front, it's kind of like I don't know. I think the said company has to do a lot of research into getting it done properly, because it can restrict your airflow, and sometimes a lot. I've seen cases in the past, like especially cheap cases that have just done it, and it's been like hideous.
Yeah,
Either you'll just be making a lot of noise, like the noise will just be like, because it's like
I hope
sucking
they've made
air.
I hope they made some optimizations to the cooling because as Jeff Cube pointed out in chat, it looks exactly the same as the old one. They just like changed some colors here and there, and I mean I do kind of like that blue accents on the inside. The dark blue kind of looks pretty. I like the colors on that, but other
Oh,
than that, it's just a recolor, just a
yeah.
reskin. Looks like I don't see anything really different internally there that they've done with this. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm missing something here.
You're not missing anything. I just say we're moving on to Q&A. Is that
No,
what we're doing?
well, we're not quite at the Q&A yet. We got the GOG Summer Sale here. The GOG Summer Sale is going on right now, so you head over there. They've got a bunch of games on sale. You actually can get System Shock 2 for free for the next 38 hours. You just go over there and just download their app, and you get System Shock 2 for free.
Just for free.
Witcher
Just like
3's
that.
Witcher 3's half off.
Witcher 3, how much is Witcher 3?
It's $25 right now. I've been playing
pretty
the
good.
Blood and Wine DLC. It's insanely good.
Well, there you go. Pretty good.
Yep. They got a bunch of games on sale over here. Deus Ex Game of the Year edition for $249.
Yeah.
Just look at their here and see what else they got. Nothing else standing
So
out.
yeah,
to
just
me.
if you got questions, guys, start putting them in the comments, and I'll start reading them while Joker goes on his
Dude, we
GOG
got,
sale.
what are you in a rush? We got plenty of time, bro.
I know. I like want to talk to the fan.
Yeah, we've still got more topics to go. We still got Watch Dogs 2 coming up. We got the announcement for Watch Dogs 2 coming down. Did you not see this in the topics list?
I saw it, but I deleted the slide because I didn't like Watch Dogs at all.
I didn't like the first Watch Dogs either. I actually just retested it a little bit earlier today, and the GTX 1080 is knocking that game out at 4K, like at 80% usage. Like it's just laughing at it. But yeah, no, we got some news about Watch Dogs 2 going to be coming out. We saw a teaser trailer, and then some info came out after that it's going to be kind of like parkour focused in the San Francisco area, and also co-op was mentioned as well. Co-op and PvP multiplayer was mentioned, going to be in Watch Dogs 2. Those are things that I would like to try out. And I hope that the single player is better this time around. Hope everything is better this time around in Watch Dogs 2 because it had a lot of promise.
Well, I mean, with Watch Dogs, didn't it go down to like $1 or $2 or something? Like I saw it for like absolute dirt cheap, man.
Yeah, you were able to get it on G2A for like $1.25 at one point because it was like no one really wanted the game. You could basically just couldn't even give it away.
Yeah, $1.20 is like that just showed you how many people really wanted to play the game. So I'm hoping they just get it right with Watch Dogs 2 and make a game that's really, really fun.
Yeah, I think it has a lot of potential. Like just the open world kind of stuff, like the combat and everything was all really good. I just think they need to get a better story, better character development, and that kind of work on the PvP and the co-op aspect. Because I enjoyed the PvP that they had in this and there with the where you would invade like other players' games. It was fun for a little while, it was fun for like a week or so, and then I kind of got bored of it. But for what I played, it was kind of fun.
Well, for me, the controls were just awkward. It was clearly designed for console, like controller play. Like not even a chance of.
Yeah, it was definitely designed.
And they should have. I mean, I
controller.
don't mind that. They should just warn you, like, do not play this game unless you have a controller.
Well,
I don't mind.
like even GTA 5, I could play that on a mouse and keyboard, no problem.
Okay. Well, I mean, hey, all right. If someone mentioned in the comments, right? Will you rant if Watch Dogs 2 is pretty crap? Will you rant it?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, all right, awesome. We're looking forward to that.
Red Dead on PC is actually one of the things I'm hoping to see at E3 FAO. That's one of the things I really want to see there is I'm hoping they do announce a Red Dead remaster for the PC and the next-gen consoles and a new Red Dead as well, something I really want to see. But while you guys are getting your Q&A into the chat, we also have it wouldn't be a one-year anniversary if we didn't have a mystery topic, Brian.
Ooh, mystery topic. Let me guess, Euro Truck Simulator?
There you go. Euro Truck Simulator 2 National Window Flags update is coming to the game.
I'm seriously going to order that Donald Trump shirt now.
There it is. Look at that. If you're from Germany, you get the German window flag and Euro Truck. This is how good SCS is, man. I mean, they're already on American Truck Simulator, but they're still giving support like this to the Euro Truck Simulator 2 community, giving us the national flags for our trucks. I know Brian's really excited about this one. He's been waiting for this update.
I'm ordering the shirt and the hat and the badge. I'm gonna go full on. I'm doing it.
Look at the British one. I got the Union Jack.
Done. I'm using that €10
there it
donation
is.
to go get a Donald Trump shirt.
Globetrotter XL for the win.
Euro Trash. See, someone put Euro Trash Simulator. There you go. It's
So
not
the,
Euro Trash.
so there it is. 1 year of TGW in the books. Let's get some Q&A going though.
Yeah. Okay, so you want to wait up. So I used to play Baldur's Gate on consoles. Ooh, long before I switched to it. Been looking for a game that's similar to Baldur's Gate. I mean, there was a few games I played, but it didn't replicate that same Baldur's Gate experience. I mean, there's Baldur's Gate 2 Enhanced Edition, Shadows of M. That's, that would be recommended to play through that again. That was a really good experience. For me, yeah, like Neverwinter Nights, if you're on PC, you can jump into Neverwinter Nights. They were pretty solid. I enjoyed them. But after that, kind of like, I mean, wasn't like, there was a few that came out, but they just didn't capture that same element. There was that one that I played, and I got sick of it because my AI, like the AI of my companions, was so bad, where I was just dying a lot of the time, and I had to pause and change to my companions and do all the motions. Like, look, I wanted to play my character, not the companion characters. Just level them up and make them smart, and it just didn't do it. I forgot the name of that one.
Yes, I'm sorry, Peter
Yeah.
Bayless. I know that the UK and Britain is not the same thing.
Okay.
I am very sorry. What do I rate Witcher Wild Hunt? 0 to 10. That's an 11 out of 10, sir. That game is amazing.
Okay, so Hidekin asks, I saw your video with the dual Xeon 2670s. What do you think about only one 2670 for some work and gaming? Is it worth it over an i7-3820? The i7-3820 has a higher clock speed. That's Ivy Bridge as well, yeah? So, I mean, yeah, it wouldn't be like, unless you are really utilizing those extra cores, right? So it's got double the cores. Unless you're utilizing that, because, I mean, the 3820 should be the K, yeah? That should be overclockable. So unless you're really going to utilize those extra cores, then not really. I mean, for some work and gaming. I mean, gaming, 3820 will still do you perfectly fine. And then for work, it depends what application you're using. So, I mean, I'd probably just give it a miss, to be honest. That'd just be my recommendation. Yeah. Is it worth getting a i7-6700K? I mean, from Micro Center? Probably, yeah.
And people asking me about the 6800K. I don't have any time on it yet. It's still sitting in the box. I was waiting to get cables for my build, like I said at the top of the broadcast, and now it looks like those are going to be a little bit longer out. I'm probably going to do the build this weekend so I could just get it done. But I did, after I flashed the BIOS today, I actually re-overclocked my CPU and everything like that, so got that back up to 4.6. It was at a little bit lower voltage this time, actually, so it's nice.
Yeah. So, and then we got to ask, will a i5 4690K bottleneck at 1070, not at like 1440p, should have no problems and above?
Depends on the game, man. Like some games there's just some games that get bottlenecked by an i5 and some games don't. Most games don't, actually.
Yeah.
But there are some games out there where you will see a benefit of having a hyper-threaded processor. There's no doubt.
But if you're at 1080p, this is what's starting to be scary. If you're at 1080p, some of these 4 cores, like the latest 4 cores, even jacked to the rim, will start getting stressed to the point where all the threads are being utilized dynamically, and like you will get maybe a little bit of stuttering due to that. Just depends on the game. Yeah, like you said, depends on the game, depends on the clock speeds. If you got 4690K, you want to just be overclocking that thing to the rim. And yeah, it should be really good with the 1070.
Yep.
So, especially if you're going 1440p and above, which you should be with that card.
See, Noise, you wanted to know if I'm getting a 1070 for testing. I'm probably not. I mean, I'd really, really like to, but I just couldn't really justify throwing out all the money right now on one.
Yeah. Use a 1080 for Bitcoin mining. I don't know. I'm not into that. I'm not into Bitcoin mining. You might have to ask Barnacles. He does a bit of Bitcoin mining. So, is Corey in the House your favorite anime, Joker?
Yes, it is. Of course, it is. Corey in the House is my Corey in the House is my favorite anime.
That's it. What's your religious beliefs, Joker?
Atheist.
Okay. And yeah.
I'm reading through.
Okay.
I think people are excited about Thrones Talk, and we're gonna get to Thrones Talk momentarily.
Okay, we got asked about what do you think about Bethesda's new card game? I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen a new card game from Bethesda. What is it going to be like?
Well, I don't know. We'll maybe research that and bring it up as a topic next week. That's a
There you go.
good question.
I
So
haven't seen anything about it, but if I don't know, Bethesda makes good stuff, and I kind of like cards. I want to see Gwent from Witcher. I want to see that get made into an online card game.
yeah, I missed a question about. Oh, I had the
How is
question
how is
there.
Overwatch polished when it only has 3 game modes and a handful of maps? Well, that would have nothing to do with polish. That would have something to do with the amount of content. But the gameplay is extremely polished. It's smooth. It's responsive. Hit detection is good. Characters, I feel, are very well balanced. Could probably handle a little bit of balancing work there, but for the most part, they're pretty damn well balanced. I think for a game that just came out,
So
and I don't
yeah,
really feel limited by it only having 3 game modes,
yeah.
and it has 12 maps. It's quite a lot of maps.
Well, it did play really nice. It did play really nice. So we'll give it that. It was really smooth, and that's for even in beta. So
Yeah,
that was a really good sign for the game.
I really don't have a problem with them limiting it to only a few modes because they've nailed those modes and all of them are fun. Even if
Yeah.
two of them are like relatively the same mode, I haven't gotten bored of it because every single match is different to me, and the strategies change from match to match based on like what characters the other team is playing, and I like having to adapt to that as the match goes on and it changes and stuff like that. The especially in the assault mode when the objective changes and you see characters change up. I like having to adapt to that kind of stuff. That's the big fun for me.
Yeah. So Derek Sommer, he sold the 980 Ti and 4K TM panel, and he's a gamer in no rush to invest in a GPU monitor. Should he wait until 4K 120 hertz and a 1080 Ti, or buy a 1440 ultra wide and 1080 now? That's up to you, man. That's a question of what you would like to do. I don't know. I can't answer that one, because me, I'm just happy at 4K. I'm honestly happy at 4K 60 hertz, eh?
Same here.
Like, I don't know, Derek. I think you're chasing something that you're not really going to rep. Like, I think in the past, you may have upgraded, for instance, from a 720p monitor to a 1080p monitor, and it was just that much better. I think now, especially selling a 1080, I'm just diagnosing here. I'm going to be a Professor Bryan. I think selling a 980 Ti and a 4K panel, you're kind of looking to upgrade, but there really isn't much better than that. So, I mean, and that same experience that you're going to get where I guess you're going back in nostalgic lane where you got that 720p monitor and you upgraded it to that 1080p monitor. That experience isn't coming again. It just
True
doesn't happen
that.
now. Yeah, you're not going to get that upgraded itch again. It's sorry to disappoint you, man. That's what
4K
I upgraded.
4K 4K 60 hertz is lovely though. I'm really not missing 144 hertz as much as I thought I would.
Well, the thing is, man, I upgraded to 1440p to 4K, and it wasn't that good. I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't that good. Hey, like I was just like when I upgraded to 1080 to 1440, I was just like, wow, this is freaking awesome. This is pretty good. And then when I upgraded from a really crap monitor in the past to 1080, that was just like, oh my god, wow. So
Yeah.
you can see that it's just like you just keep reaching that cap. And
Yeah, so all right, I gotta get out of here in just a couple minutes here for dinner. So we're gonna
okay,
have to
well, I
kind of
did.
we're gonna have to
Okay.
wind it down and do Thrones talk before we get out of here though, real quick.
Okay, new Batman game. I don't know. I haven't heard the rumor. What's the rumor
I
about
haven't seen
Batman?
I haven't seen anything about a new Batman game besides the unless he's talking about the one that's like a Telltale game. It's like an adventure style game, which I wouldn't really have much interest in personally.
Okay, sorry, I got asked about the E5650 versus the X5650. The E5650 should be better. It should be a better bin, I think, off the top of my head. The supercomputer, the Asus P6T7. Okay, that's I got to look up that motherboard. Is that just the standard X58 motherboard? If so, yeah, grab it, drop a CPU in, and overclock it to the rim. We're gonna jump to the next.
No, the next is I gotta wrap it up here and get out of here.
Oh, okay. It's just I got to ask some quick juicy questions here. That's all. I'll answer them
Yeah.
in the comments while we do Thrones talk.
Yeah, well, we got all right. Well, we're gonna have to be getting out of here soon, here, guys. So we got to do our Thrones talk quick before we get out of here because we missed it the past 2 weeks. So we are going into spoiler mode now. So if you don't want to hear any Game of Thrones spoilers, then please see your way out of chat. And thank you for joining us for the 1 year anniversary. And we will catch you next week for TGW again as we continue.
Yeah.
So, but now it is Thrones talk time. So, this week on Game of Thrones, what did you see that was most interesting to you? I really enjoyed the scene with Lyanna Mormont and seeing her with Jon and Sansa. I thought that was pretty cool seeing that.
Yeah, I don't know. I liked it. He was alive again. The dude was alive again. What's his name again?
Oh yeah, the Hound.
Yeah, the Hound's alive again, brother. He's just like, I was just like, woo, he's back. I don't know. I liked him, man. Hey, he
Oh
had
yeah,
a
I
good
like the Hound too.
story.
Yeah, the Hound was
Yeah,
good. Yeah, that was the first thing. I was like, I completely forgot about that. I spaced on it. But
and
yeah,
he's
that was the
yeah,
first thing.
he's pissed off that he lost to Sir Lady. He's pissed off.
I think you so.
Yeah, dude, he was salty at one point. You saw him. He just like he got that axe. He's like, remember that guy I was talking? He's like, I lost. I got killed by a woman.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't think he's really pissed off too much at Arya though. I think he's
No, not
if he
Arya. No, not Arya. Is it the Macbeth? Is it Lady Macbeth?
Brienne.
Brienne, yeah.
Yeah, you think he's gonna? Yeah, he might. I don't know. Maybe he'll find her and they'll beef again because they're all kind of in that same area right now, like
Yeah, well, he
around
wants
Winterfell.
revenge, man. Yeah, he wants revenge. Yeah.
I think that's kind of where this season is leading up to, like a big battle kind of going around there, like with the Starks and the Ramsays, the Boltons, I should say, the Boltons.
You reckon the Hound will join Bolton, Team Bolton?
No, I don't know. I wouldn't say that, but I don't know. And then there's also the aspect of I saw this question getting raised online, like is Khaleesi going to be a villain?
Yeah.
And I could actually see that happening because I remember thinking that like a long time ago, like thinking that they were kind of build her up like being so popular only to just turn her into a villain and she'll be like the counterbalance to Jon Snow since they're
Yeah.
both from the same bloodline.
Well, that's it. There's a counterbalance. So, I mean, Arya getting stabbed was a sad freaking thing. That was like,
Yeah, that was crazy to see.
yeah. I hope she's all right.
Yeah,
She,
I hope. Yeah, I'm sure she'll be okay. We'll see her come back maybe, and then maybe she'll get to be like the referee for Clegane Bowl 2016.
yeah.
Are you looking forward to Clegane Bowl 2016?
No,
Who do you got your money on?
I don't know. What? Click what? Click.
Clegane Bowl.
What's that?
You don't know what the Clegane Bowl is, bro?
No.
What's the Hound versus the Mountain? The Clegane brothers.
Okay.
Bryan is completely lost on Game of Thrones lore right now.
Yeah, I'm a little bit lost, man. So,
Okay,
because
so
I
you
did,
know. Okay, so you know the Hound, right?
yeah,
And you know the Mountain.
yeah.
Okay, you know that they're brothers, right?
Oh, really? I didn't even know that. The massive dude who's protecting Cersei.
Yeah, they're brothers.
Oh,
Their last name is Clegane.
oh, okay. So that's
So
I didn't even know that. Sorry.
now they've both kind of have come back from the dead. So they're gonna have like a massive battle again, and it's gonna be Clegane Bowl.
Clegane Ball.
It's the Clegane Bowl.
I
Jesus,
didn't. Sorry, I didn't. I'm a noob. I didn't even know that.
God,
So that's
we have just discovered how big of a new Bryan is at
yeah.
Game
I
of
am a
Thrones
noob.
knowledge.
I am a noob. So the mountains is brother. That's interesting,
Yeah.
dude. That guy's just beef, man. The mountains just unstoppable, eh?
They already fought once back in season 1, if you remember. Back when it was the very first episode in front of like when King Robert was there, like watching all like the jousting matches and stuff like that.
Okay.
The Mountain had won a battle, and then afterwards he was like celebrating too much, and like then the Hound came in and like stopped him, and they got into like some beef. So that was
Okay.
like the precursor to Clegane Bowl.
But his brother like wrecked him when he was a kid, yeah. That
Yeah,
was
he
the
set
whole-
him on
yeah.
fire. That's how he got
Yeah.
burnt by his brother.
Yeah, so he hates his brother, yeah.
Yeah, he burned him.
Yeah. He wants some revenge.
Yeah, he's
Alright.
gonna. Yeah, they're gonna have a massive battle. I think it's gonna be epic.
Well, he's
Wait.
quicker. I'm putting my money on the Hound.
So you're putting money on the Hound then?
Yeah.
In Clegane
Yeah.
Bowl.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm betting on the. I think the Hound will, will die, but I think he'll win with help from Arya probably.
Yeah, who knows?
I think he'll go down fighting.
That's it.
Yep. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, though, guys. Thank you for joining us for the 1-year anniversary TGW.
Yep. And we got the winners. Yeah, the winners from the giveaway. So Texas, Bryan from Texas, Michael
Yep, we
from
got-
Virginia, Dylan from New Zealand. So
Yep.
I'll get in contact with Dylan because he's mine.
Yep. Yep.
Got
We
it.
will all the winners will be gotten in touch with by the end of today. So, all right. Thank you guys once again for 1 year of awesomeness on TGW. And we'll catch
Yeah.
you guys next time.
All right.
Ta.